Viren. Viren is a commercial director at Open University. Importantly, Viren's role involves working with organizations to understand the business challenges and providing solutions through flexible learning. Viren, welcome.
Thanks, Isha.
Viren, I wanted to ask you about degree apprenticeships, and particularly in minority communities. Going to university and getting a degree has always been seen as a golden ticket to getting a better life. In many cases, it was, and however, in recent years, we've seen prospects for many graduates really shrink. And with degree apprenticeships being a big focus of the Open University, do they serve as a good alternative for minority communities and addressing social mobility?
Absolutely. So firstly, can I apologise? I have a window cleaner here, so timing is fantastic today. But onto your question, I think, Isha. Yes, I think many moons ago, when I went to university, the degree was a ticket to getting a better job. I'm living proof of that. A bit like Hashim, your panelist yesterday, I came to the UK as a refugee, and actually getting a degree changed my life, absolutely changed my life wholesale. So, however, I think the dynamics of the labour market has changed now. I think there is an oversupply of graduates compared to job openings, and I think having a degree no longer means a better life. In fact, it actually creates a bigger burden in terms of debt. And we all know that the average student debt nowadays is in the regions of £60,000. So I think the social mobility angle, but also the debt angle, is something that that degree apprenticeships can actually fix. And I think social mobility is at the heart of everything that we do at the Open University. And as one of the largest sort of degree apprenticeship providers, what we've found actually is that 48% of our apprentices on programs currently are from the BAME community or from disadvantaged backgrounds. So what that's telling me is that degree apprenticeships are now becoming a really credible option for minority and disadvantaged communities. And as well as for employers like Amy, like you, Neil, like Razor in Jaguar Land Rover, who are looking to diversify their workforce, this is a great tool, and it's fantastic to see. And I think there's a number of reasons for that, Isha. I think degree apprenticeships open up opportunities to learners who would normally not have access to higher education and may not enjoy traditional academic teaching, which we know is the case in certain sort of minority communities. It also lowers the barrier to entry. As we've heard, apprentices can earn and learn at the same time. It's a great way of earning some money and learning some new skills, and they get paid, and they don't have that mountainous debt that another graduate would have. So it promotes a real sense of social mobility, as well as getting the skills that you need for I suppose, for modern day life. And I think, from an employer perspective, they're seeing degree apprenticeships as a way of being able to diversify their workforce. And we've heard from Amy and we've heard from Neil how the benefits of having a diverse workforce, not only in terms of, I suppose, profit and margin that those organisations can have, but also in terms of employee productivity and satisfaction. They're able to mirror the community at large. So that's really important, and we're seeing that come to life. So I really do think, apprenticeships, degree apprenticeships, are a really credible option I suppose, for the minority communities. However, it's not without its challenges, Isha. I think, there's still a perception within the BAME parents, and maybe, Reza, you've had this with your parents, that they feel that apprenticeships are still low-level, blue-collar skills development. It's not seen as a credible route to a good job, and in essence, it's still quite invisible and quite intangible to those parents and to those learners, actually. And Reza, you made a good point. I think it's in the chat from Stephanie Coleman about schools and colleges not promoting, apprenticeships as a way forward, as a credible alternative. It's down the traditional routes of go to college, go to university, then get a great job. These things are really credible now. So I think, there's a number of things that we are doing, and we're doing some really good things as a collective. Your organisation, universities, and organisations and employers as well. But I think the one thing that we could do is just galvanise government support on this. It'd be great to get government to have more ambitious targets around BAME participation in education, and which is greater than the current target of 14%, which I feel is really low. So I think there's it's a great credible option. There's lots of opportunity. I think we can do a lot more, but we need to galvanise hopefully some more government support, which would help us to take this to a different level.